So cerebellum छोटा मेंदू, small brain. Don't hit here because in this region there is cerebellum. This cerebellum is it has three parts, but the location of the cerebellum is in the posterior cranial fossa. There is anterior cranial fossa, middle cranial fossa where cerebrum and brainstem are there, and there is posterior cranial fossa where there is cerebellum and lower part of the brainstem. The cerebellum is like this. It has superior surface and inferior surface. Now the view I am going to show you for the cerebellum is, suppose this is the anterior part and I take a cut through the anterior part and make it open like this and then view it like this. That is how I am going to teach the cerebellum to you. So you take the cerebellum, cut it from anteriorly, so superior surface, inferior surface, and then make it like this and then view it from posterior aspect, then view it from posterior aspect. So when I view it from the posterior aspect, the cerebellum appears like this. So this view you have to understand that it is like this. We have opened the cerebellum. So this is the superior surface and this is the inferior surface. We are viewing it from the posterior side. Cerebellum, like cerebrum, also has two lobes. Cerebellum, like cerebrum, has two lobes. And the two lobes are connected with each other. Like the two cerebral lobes are connected with each other by corpus callosum, the two cerebellar lobes are connected to each other by vermis. The two cerebellar lobes are connected to each other by vermis. So this is vermis. This vermis is not visible on the superior surface. It is buried inside the surface of cerebellum. Only on the inferior surface you can see the vermis, because on the inferior surface there is a gap called as vallecula. Through that vallecula you can see the vermis. So we are talking about cerebellum. The cerebellum has opened like this. This is the horizontal fissure. Now this horizontal fissure does not divide cerebellum into anything. Okay, it only divides it into superior surface and inferior surface. Right? So now we are talking about different parts of the vermis. L, C, C, D, F, T, P, U, N. N is below. N. Okay? Then here is a fissure called as fissura prima. Fissura prima. There is a fissure called as fissura prima. Ahead of fissura prima is anterior lobe. Ahead of fissura prima is anterior lobe of the cerebellum. Attached here like this is flocculus. Attached here like this is flocculus. This lobe is called as flocculonodular lobe. Flocculonodular lobe. Okay? Can you yeah, I'm going to repeat it once more. I'm going to draw a short diagram also. Okay. So, cerebellum, this is the superior surface, this is the inferior surface. We have opened it like this. And then in between, connecting both the hemispheres, right and the left hemisphere, is vermis. This vermis has multiple parts. Okay. Here is the main fissure called as fissura prima. Fissura prima. And this is posterolateral fissure. Posterolateral fissure. Posterolateral fissure. These two fissures divide the cerebellum. These two fissures divide the cerebellum into three lobes. Anterior lobe, anterior to fissura prima. Flocculonodular lobe, posterior to posterolateral fissure. And middle lobe lying in between fissura prima and posterolateral fissure is whole of the middle lobe. That means this horizontal fissure which we were talking about doesn't divide the cerebellum into any lobes. It only separates the superior and inferior surface. Connecting both the hemispheres is vermis. Connecting both the hemispheres is vermis. Now, here also, there are names for this. L, I'm going to going slow, please write down. L stands for lingula. Lingula. C starts for central lobule. Lingula, central lobule. Next, C stands for culmen. D stands for declive. F stands for folium. T stands for tuber. P stands for pyramid. U stands for ula. N stands for nodule. Okay? You are with me on this? Yeah. These are the parts of the vermis. Lingula. What is this? Central lobule, culmen, declive, folium, tuber, pyramid, uvula, nodule. Lobe also has corresponding parts. ये तो मैंने आपको वर्मिस के पार्ट्स बताए. लोब ऑल्सो हैज कोरस्पॉन्डिंग पार्ट्स. सेंट्रल लोब्यूल के बाजू में होता है एला. देन इज क्वाड्रेंगुलर लोब. देन इज सिंपल लोब. Then is superior semilunar lobe. Next is inferior semilunar lobe. Next is biventral lobe. I am going to repeat this, don't worry. And last is tonsil, cerebellar tonsil. So we have discussed various parts of the vermis of the cerebellum. Now we are discussing the various parts of the paravermal lobes. Ala, quadrangular lobule, simple lobule, lobulus simplex बोलते हैं, superior semilunar lobule, inferior semilunar lobule, biventral lobule and tonsil. So these are the parts of the paravermal lobes. Okay. So again I will repeat here. So what is here? Ala. Then quadrangular lobule. Then simple lobule. Then inferior semilunar lobule. Then biventral lobe. Then tonsil. So these are the areas how cerebellum vermis is divided. This is how paravermal lobes are divided. With that information, now we are going to divide the cerebellum into its morphological and functional zones. Okay? Oldest part of the cerebellum is called as archicerebellum. Archicerebellum or vestibulocerebellum. Archicerebellum or vestibulocerebellum. Archi, Parsha, Archi. Lingula plus flocculonodular lobe. That makes archicerebellum. Lingula plus flocculonodular lobe, archicerebellum. That is responsible for balance. Is responsible for balance. So there are three functions, main functions of cerebellum. Balance is by archi or vestibulocerebellum. Next cerebellum is paleo or spinocerebellum. Paleocerebellum or spinocerebellum. It is responsible for tone and posture. So that is the second function of cerebellum. Tone and posture. It is composed of anterior lobe minus L. What is L? because lingula is already there in the archicerebellum, plus pyramid and uvula, plus pyramid and uvula. So this is paleo or spinocerebellum. Is it clear? Neocerebellum, also called as pontocerebellum, which is responsible for muscular coordination and fine movements. Muscular coordination and fine movements. Neo. Why it is called neo? Because it is the feature of humans. Fine movements is feature of humans. Painting, whatever we say animal, man is animal, no. Some things which a man can do, animals absolutely cannot. Painting, playing a flute. Okay, otherwise you see some dog playing a tang, tong, tang, tong. That is not fine movements. Okay? So this includes middle lobe, minus pyramid and uvula. So these are the three parts of cerebellum. Functional parts or morphological parts. Functionally, cerebellum is divided into three parts. What is the oldest part? Archicerebellum. Okay, lingula plus flocculonodular lobe. Then paleocerebellum. Anterior lobe minus lingula plus pyramid and next last is neocerebellum, which is middle lobe minus pyramid and uvula. So these three parts have three different functions which compose the three functions of the cerebellum. Tone and posture. Tone and posture. Okay, so now the cerebellum is connected with three parts of the brainstem. It is connected with three parts of the brainstem by three peduncles. The cerebellum is connected to midbrain via superior cerebellar peduncle, with pons via in middle cerebellar peduncle. It is connected to medulla via inferior cerebellar peduncle. Okay? So there is superior cerebellar peduncle, middle cerebellar peduncle and inferior cerebellar peduncle. Each peduncle has ascending and descending fibers. Each peduncle has ascending fibers which are going towards it, and then there are descending fibers which are coming from the cerebellum and going down or up. Ascending means towards, rather ascending, instead of using ascending I would say afferent and efferent. Afferents are the fibers going towards the cerebellum. Efferents are the fibers coming from the cerebellum going up and down. Middle has only afferents. Middle cerebral peduncle, it connects cerebellum to pons. So there are pontocerebellar fibers. बस उतना ही है मिडल में, सबसे इजी. I told you the brainstem is of a shape like this with pons in middle, and this is the middle cerebellar peduncle. These are the two middle cerebellar peduncles. What are these pontocerebellar fibers? Arising from the pontine nuclei of the pons in the basilar part of the pons. So these fibers are basically cerebro-pontocerebellar fibers. Fibers coming from cerebrum end in the pontine nuclei, cross to the opposite side and go to cerebellum. Cerebro-pontocerebellar fibers. We say call it pontocerebellar fibers, that is sufficient. Pontocerebellar fibers. Okay. So cerebrum, whenever it gives orders for any voluntary action, it sends a stimulus to cerebellum. Because cerebellum is the one which coordinates the activities, controls the tone and posture, coordinates the fine movements. So this coordination work is done by cerebellum. So it tells the cerebellum, and that is done by cerebro-pontocerebellar fibers. This is easiest one. You have studied of spinocerebellar tracts. How many spinocerebellar tracts are there? Anterior and posterior. Posterior spinocerebellar tract enters via inferior cerebellar peduncle. So in pons and midbrain you are not supposed to show posterior spinocerebellar tract because it is entering via inferior peduncle. So medulla के बाद वो नहीं दिखाना है ये tract. While anterior spinocerebellar tract enters via the superior cerebellar peduncle. Then there is one more tract called as tectocerebellar tract. आपको मैंने एक ट्रैक सिखाया था which starts in midbrain. Tectospinal, which was arising from tectum, superior colliculus. So when the tract is going down, it also sends, the tectum also sends fiber to cerebellum, tectocerebellar. Okay. Now inferior cerebellar peduncle, which has largest number of fibers. You have to remember a mnemonic called as VOR. Vestibulocerebellar, olivocerebellar, reticulocerebellar. Okay. Apart from that, there is cuneo-cerebellar and all. But BOR, if you remember, then you remember the efferents also in the same sequence. Cerebello-vestibular, cerebello-olivary, cerebello-reticular. VOR, war. Okay. Efferent are only three. VOR, cerebello-vestibular, cerebello-reticular. Reticular means go to the reticular formation. Reticular formation is there in the brainstem, which controls the autonomic nervous system. There are reticular fibers and nuclei. In the reticular formation are the centers for cardiac center, respiratory center, GI center, the whole GI tract. So these are reticular. So here also there are cerebello-reticular fibers, dentatothalamic fibers. Now there is a dentate nucleus, dentatothalamic fibers. Cerebello-rubral fibers. Rubral will go to which nucleus? Red nucleus. Cerebello-rubral fibers. Okay. Normally students are very scared of cerebellar peduncles. Chart. No. See, middle has only pontocerebellar fibers. Inferior you have to remember VOR. Vestibular will come from the vestibular nucleus. Olivary will come from inferior olivary nucleus. Reticular will come from the reticular formation. Superior, and then you have to remember posterior here, anterior here, spinocerebellar. Tectocerebellar, cerebello-dentatothalamic, cerebello-rubral. That side. Nothing here. So this is about the cerebellar peduncles. Okay, clear? Yeah. Afferent. Dentatothalamic fibers, that is from the dentate nucleus of the cerebellum. Cerebello-rubral going to the red nucleus, and cerebello-reticular. I have given you minimal things. उसके अलावा यहाँ पे आपको दिखेगा cuneo-philip. Then there is triamedullaris thalama and all such things are there. I am just not taxing you with too much information. Now we will talk about the deep cerebellar nuclei. The cerebellum and cerebrum. Basically the cortex, the grey matter is there outside. In spinal cord, grey matter is there in the center. In a developing neural tube, grey matter was always in the center. In cerebellum and cerebrum, the grey matter migrates towards the periphery. Cerebellum and cerebrum, grey matter migrates towards the surface. Okay. Some grey matter doesn't migrate. Okay. जैसे कि हम टीचर्स क्लासरूम में आते हैं तो सब बच्चे खड़े होते हैं और कुछ लोग ऐसे ही बैठे रहते हैं पीछे. So these are the people who don't migrate, don't move. In cerebrum they form basal nuclei. So in cerebrum, inside the deep inside, you will find basal nuclei, and in cerebellum you find cerebellar nuclei. In cerebellum, in the white matter, you will find some grey matter which has not migrated. So on both the sides, in both the hemispheres, fat guys, girls eat fat guys, girls eat what? डोसा. डोसा खा के फैट होता है क्या? डोनट्स. डोनट्स खा के फैट. मैड और डोनट्स किसने खाया है? ओके. तो जो बॉम्बे के बाहर के लोग हैं, प्लीज जोमेटो स्विगी पे ट्राई करो. Here the closest outlet is at Nepean Sea Road. Okay. हाथ ऊपर करो वापस. कहाँ पे खाया है आपने? मुंबई में मालूम है रे, मुंबई बहुत बड़ा सिटी. पुणे में खाया है. कांदिवली, नवी मुंबई. ऐश्वर्या, ब्रिज कैंडी, नेपियन सी रोड. ओके. फैट गर्ल्स guys eat donuts. Fastigial, globose, emboliformis, dentate. Fastigial, globose, emboliformis, dentate are the four nuclei. Fastigial, fat. Globose, emboliformis, dentate. ओके. इसमें भी ऐसा है, देखो. अंडरस्टैंड वन मोर थिंग. This fastigial is part of archicerebellum. Globose emboliformis is part of paleo. Dentate is a part of neo. Dentate is part of neo. Archi, paleo, neo. Okay. Blood supply of the cerebellum, by now you should be in a position to tell me. Superior cerebellar artery, a branch of basilar artery. Anterior inferior cerebellar artery, branch of basilar artery. And pica, posterior inferior cerebellar artery, branch of वर्टिब्रल आर्टरी. आपको क्या लगता है कि ब्लड सप्लाई शुरू हो गया मतलब पिक्चर का लास्ट का मारामारी शुरू हो गया, अभी पिक्चर खत्म होने वाला है? नहीं, ऐसा ही बोर्ड पहुंचते मैंने बोला वो. ओके. नाउ द सेरेबेलर कनेक्शंस. द कॉर्टेक्स, सपोज दिस इज द कॉर्टेक्स, एंड इन द कॉर्टेक्स there are total 3 layers. In the cortex there are total 3 layers, and then this is medulla. So this whole thing is cortex, cerebellar cortex. This is medulla. The cerebellar input is via 2 types of fibers. One is climbing fibers. These climbing fibers are olivocerebellar fibers. Climbing fibers are coming from inferior olivary nucleus of the medulla. Inferior olivary nucleus. Olivocerebellar fibers. Remaining all fibers जो अपने एफरेंट फाइबर्स पढ़े उसमें से olivocerebellar fibers are called as climbing fibers. Remaining all fibers are called as mossy. मौसी नहीं, हिंदी में जो बोलते हैं हमारे नॉर्थ इंडियंस मौसी फाइबर्स. ओके विवेक, आजपासून मावशीला काय म्हणणार? मौसी. Okay. Now there are various new types of nerve cells in the cortex. Now we are talking about the 3 layers. The 3 layers. Middle layer is called as Purkinje cell layer. Purkinje, granular layer, 3 layers of the cortex, and molecular cell layer. Molecular cell layer, Purkinje cell layer, and granular cell layer. In the granular cell layer, as the name suggests, there will be granule cells and Golgi cells. Granule cells and Golgi cells. In the Purkinje cell layers, as the name suggests, there will be Purkinje cells. In the molecular cells layer, there are stellate and basket cells. Now each of these cells, by now you must have realized why I called you at 8 o'clock today. Each of these cells have an axon and a dendrite. Golgi axon, granule dendrite, and Maushi. Together they unite, and that point is called as glomerulus. glomerulus. Okay. Now what happens to the granule axon? What happens to the granule axon? That axon goes to the molecular layer and forms fibers called as parallel fibers. I am going to repeat this, don't worry. Parallel fibers. So parallel fibers are formed by granule axons. There are only 5 lines. In 5 lines I am going to summarize the cerebellar connections. But for understanding that 5 lines you have to listen for 15 minutes. Purkinje cells, their dendrites, they go in the molecular layer, and their axons, end on the deep cerebellar nuclei. Okay, their axons end the deep cerebellar nuclei which are there in the medulla. Right, this is the medulla. So here we were seeing the cerebellar input. You have to yet to discuss about climbing fibers. And axons from these 4 nuclei form the cerebellar output. So at least one thing you understood. Cerebellar input is via 2 fibers, climbing and mossy. Cerebellar output is from the axons of the deep cerebellar nuclei. What happens to the climbing fiber? Climbing fiber climbs over dendrites of Purkinje. Climbing fibers climbs over the dendrites of Purkinje. So now let us repeat this. Cerebellar input is via 2 fibers, climbing fibers coming from vestibular nucleus. Olivary nucleus, inferior olivary nucleus. And remaining all fibers are called as mossy fibers. Climbing fibers climb over the dendrites of Purkinje. Mossy fiber form glomerulus with axon of Golgi, dendrite of granule. Axon of granule forms parallel fibers in molecular layer. Axon of Purkinje forms cerebellar cortical output, not the cerebellar output. Output of the cerebellar cortex is from axons of Purkinje, which end in medulla. On what does this end? Deep cerebellar nuclei. And cerebellar output is from the axons arising from deep cerebellar nuclei. समजताय का जानवी? नाही ना? ये तू इकडे पुढे तिकडे कोपऱ्यात बसती येते. I am repeating again. Cerebellar input. आपको समझ रहा है? आपको? Okay, again. Cerebellar input is via 2 fibers, climbing fibers coming from inferior olivary nucleus, olivocerebellar fibers, and mossy fibers. Remaining all are mossy. Climbing fibers go over the dendrites of Purkinje. Mossy fiber go to granule cell layer. There are 3 layers of the cerebellar cortex: molecular cell layer, Purkinje cell layer, and granule. So mossy fibers go to the granular cell layer where they form glomerulus with axon of Golgi, dendrite of Granule. Axon of the granule goes to the molecular layer and forms parallel fibers. Axons of Purkinje go to the medulla and end in the deep cerebellum. Cerebellar output is from the okay, 2 times I have told. Anybody wants to hear it for 3rd time, I am ready to repeat. Okay, ठीक है, thank you. Cerebellar input is via 2 fibers climbing. Firstly, cerebellum has cortex and medulla. Cortex has 3 layers. The molecular layer, Purkinje layer, granule cell layer. In granule cell layer there are 2 types of cells, Golgi and granule. In Purkinje cell layer there are Purkinje cells. Molecular cell layer there are stellate and basket cells. In the medulla there are deep cerebellar nuclei. Cerebellar input is via climbing fibers arising from inferior olivary nucleus, oligos. These climbing fibers climb over the dendrites of Purkinje. Remaining all fibers coming to the cerebellum, बाकी सारे vestibulocerebellum, reticulocerebellum, they will be called as mossy. Mossy. He I and he mossy. Mossy fibers go to the granule cell layer where they form glomerulus with axon of Golgi, dendrite of. Axon of granule forms parallel fibers. It goes up and forms parallel fibers in molecular layer. Dendrites of Purkinje go in molecular. Axons of Purkinje go to the medulla where they end on axons arising from the deep cerebellar nuclei form the cerebellar output. So efferent जो देख रहे थे ना हम peduncles में efferents, those efferents were the fibers arising from this. Of these 4 nuclei, fastigial is from archie. Globus emboliformis band and dentate. Alcohol affects the cerebellum and therefore the person who drinks alcohol has problem with gait, tone, posture, everything. Cerebellar disorders, disorder. The cerebellum is affected. D stands for disorder. D stands for decomposition of complex movements into simple. Decomposition of complex movements into simple. अभी जैसे ये ऐसा चौक नीचे गिर जाता है तो आप यंगस्टर्स क्या करते हैं, बट मैं क्या करता हूं, मेरा टारगेट so I am decomposing but I don't have any cerebellar disorder but बता रहा हूं आपको in general I have to pick up this cloth and rub the board. So normally I'll just do like this and do like this. Now when there is cerebellar disorder it is so I'll be kind of that simple movement, a complex movement, I'll be converting it to a very simple movement. So it will not be smooth like this. Okay? If those latecomers who are coming, I have to throw chalk at them, then I will stand like this, then I'll do like this, and then I'll throw the chalk on Vivek. Okay? So decomposition of complex movements into simple movements. नेक्स्ट इसका स्पेलिंग मेरे को मत पूछो प्लीज, इतना साल हो गया मेडिकल में, बट मैं आज अभी तक उसको लर्न नहीं कर पाया. डिस डाइडेकोकाइनेसिया. अभी मैं इधर लिख देता हूं कुछ भी, डिस डाइडेको, बट दिस स्पेलिंग इज नॉट लाइक दिस. डिस डाइडेकोकाइनेसिया. याराना पिक्चर किसने देखा? याराना, अमजद खान, अमिताभ बच्चन. उसको ट्रेनिंग के लिए लेके जाता है उधर, और अमिताभ बच्चन क्या कराता है सबको? आपको ये आता है? कच्चा पापड़ पक्का पापड़, कच्चा पापड़ पक्का. देन अमजद खान कम्स बैक, एवरीबॉडी लाइक कच्चा कच्चा कच्चा. इनएबिलिटी टू परफॉर्म ऑल्टरनेट मूवमेंट्स, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज डिस डाइडेकोकाइनेसिया. उसका स्पेलिंग इतना ही वो बेकार है. इनएबिलिटी टू परफॉर्म ऑल्टरनेट मूवमेंट्स. तो आप पेशेंट को अगर बोलेंगे ऐसा करो ऐसा करो ऐसे करो ऐसे करो, वो बोलेगा नहीं जमेगा, नहीं होगा मेरे से. डिस डाइडेकोकाइनेसिया. डिफेक्टिव स्पीच. तो मैं आपको, मतलब एवरीथिंग कॉम्प्लेक्स इज टर्निंग इनटू सिंपल. आज सेरेबेलम पढ़ाने वाला हूं. स्कैनिंग स्पीच. He cannot speak fluently. So इतना सेरेबेलम का हमारे इसमें इंपॉर्टेंस. डिफेक्टिव गेट. डिफेक्टिव गेट मीन्स वाइड बेस्ड गेट रहता है उसका. हम लोग कैसा ऐसे चलते हैं. डिफेक्टिव गेट उसका जो गेट रहता है ना ऐसा, मतलब कबड्डी में जो लोग एंट्री मारते हैं वैसा चलता है. और इसलिए आप वो देखो, दारू पिया हुआ आदमी ना, ही वॉक्स लाइक दिस, वाइड बेस, वाइड बेस. ओके. डिसमेट्रिया. डिसमेट्रिया मतलब जिधर आपको रुकना है उधर आप नहीं रुक पाते. आपका शादी है, लड़की के गले में गार्लैंड डालना है और उसकी बहन उसके पीछे खड़ी. So that is dysmetria. It can be intentional also in some cases, but if it is not intentional, then it is dysmetria. Cerebellar nystagmus. You know what is nystagmus? Eyes का movement होता है. जो आप अगर इधर बैठे और सामने विंडो सीट पे दूसरा आदमी बैठा है और ट्रेन ऐसी जा रही है, आप ट्रेन के ऑपोजिट वाला विंडो सीट आपको मिला है, मतलब जो जा रहा है वो आपको दिख रहा है और उसको जो आ रहा है वो दिख रहा है. तो उसके आंखों को आप देखोगे ना, वो बाहर देख रहे हैं, तो ऐसा ऐसा आंख उसका, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज निस्टैग्मस. दैट इज नॉर्मल व्हेन ही इज लुकिंग आउटसाइड एट मूविंग ऑब्जेक्ट. बट सोचो बैठे बैठे ऐसा हो रहा है, मतलब कुछ ट्रेन में नहीं बैठे, आप क्लासरूम में बैठे, और दैट इज कॉल्ड एज सेरेबेलर निस्टैग्मस. cerebellar tremors, past pointing, person cannot point, so many other things are there, but these D's at least you should remember. Decomposition of complex movements into simple dysdiadochokinesia, defective speech, defective gait, dysmetria, nystagmus. Cerebellar tremors are also there. There is something called as past pointing also. So this is all about cerebellum. Cerebellum is very important. We said mainly there are three parts. One is vestibulocerebellum, which is responsible for balance. Paliocerebellum, which is responsible for tone and posture. And neocerebellum, which is responsible for muscular coordination. So therefore there is something called as cerebellar ataxia also. A person loses his balance. Cerebellar ataxia. Ataxia is not able to balance. टैक्सी नहीं मिल रही है. Ataxia. I came late because of ataxia. और टैक्सी नहीं मिल रहे थे. Cerebellar ataxia. Person not vestibulocerebellum is affected. Person is. So ये कैसा होता है ना, आंख बंद करते हैं ना तो इमीडिएटली वो ऐसा होने लगता है. आंख खुला है ना तो दैट पर्सन विथ हिज विजन ही स्टिल मैनेजेस. ऐसा चलेगा. हम लोग आंख बंद करके भी चल सकते हैं बिकॉज सेरेबेलम इज वर्किंग. बट सेरेबेलम डज नॉट वर्क दैट ही हैज टू बी लाइक दिस. वो ऐसा चलता है वो आदमी. तो जमीन को देख के चलेगा बिकॉज उसका सेरेबो पूरा with his help of his eyes he is taking judgment. Otherwise that is all done by cerebellum. When we are walking, the tone, posture, muscular coordination, everything is managed by the cerebellum. तो बीच में हमने आंख बंद किया, इधर उधर देखे तो भी हम चल रहे बराबर से. But cerebellum is damaged, then the moment that person closes his eyes, he becomes like this. Okay, so with that we stop on cerebellum. Thank you.